Hi everyone, welcome back to Defi Daily, where every day we talk about DeFi, going through different analysis, tutorials and news. Today we are going to talk about what happened this night, or at least in my night, because I'm in Europe, and when it happened it was around 1 o'clock in the morning in Europe, and I'm obviously referring to Snowbank and Snowdog and what many people are defining as a rug pull. What we will discuss together is what happened really, what are the implications, because I truly believe that we can learn an important lesson from this. And not only, I know that many people lost some money inside the project, Snowdog and many other are losing money on Snowbank, and this is something that I'm really sorry. But I would like to show you another point of view to look at this situation, because it's true that from this one side we are losing money, but on the other side we are learning a lesson that we should evaluate it as really, it's like a gift, because it will allow us to watch this market. And when I'm saying this market, I'm talking about the DeFi 2.0 and all of different OHM4, so all the forks that are coming from Olympus Dao. Because as I said many times, that's true that we can make money through this kind of project, but we should be aware that the risks are insane. And we will go through it into this video, looking what are the different scenarios and what we can do in order to minimize the risk. Before to start, guys, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. You have to do is just to press the subscribe button, and if you also want to receive a notification, just press the ring bell button. Please, guys, leave me also a big thumbs up and drop a comment in order to help me grow the channel, but also helping other people to discover this kind of content, because it's really important. It's not just a matter of finding the highest APY into the industry, but it's a matter of awareness. And I will always keep saying it. I will never just show you the highest APY into the industry, because I'm not here just to shield you some project. I'm here to give you the awareness on how you can face this market. And that's the main reason why I many times highlighting more the risk than just the advantage, because the advantage, so the fact that you can earn money, is just evident, and you don't need someone else that is just pushing you to catch that kind of insane APY, because the temptation is already so high that it's quite obvious. What we need in this market is more awareness on what's going on and what are the risks, because yes, we know them, but one thing is just knowing, another thing is feeling them and act consequently. Because if you are not feeling that they are real, and you don't understand that you can't control them, because that's the main problem. The main reason why many people lost money inside Snowbank and Snowdog and all of these projects is not because they weren't aware or they didn't know that it could be risky. The main point is that they was feeling secure, and feelings will be always the main problem. And that's what we will try to discuss together today. Before going on, remember that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose, and nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's fine, but always do your own research first. Okay, let's jump into the topic, starting from what happened tonight. Probably all of you are already knowing about Snowbank. It is another just Olympus Dao fork. This is the app, and as you can see, the APY is quite insane, because we are talking about 1 million of APY. And this platform has become quite famous just for the reason that it was offering an APY that was higher and higher than what we were used to see, for example, on Olympus Dao, but also on Klima Dao or on Wonderland Money, that are the main three platforms that has started this kind of game. I was following them because I was liking the idea that they were trying to create some experiment, so to create some use case for this kind of Olympus Dao system. And that's the reason why I was following also this Snowdog, that is another project that was launched by this Snowbank. What was unique about this project was that it had an end. The project launched at the 17th of November. From that moment, you were able to buy the token, to mint it, and to stake it with an insane APY. Until the 22nd of November, you were also able to continuously minting new token. From that moment on, you weren't able to do it anymore. And from yesterday, more exactly the 3 p.m. East time, Also, the staking feature stopped. As you can see right now, the staking APY is 0%. Because what they promised is that in that moment, they will start to use the treasury of the Snowdog in order to buy back the tokens from the market until the treasury has just finished. And that was the promise. What I was liking about this project was the idea to use this Olympus Dao fork in order to create something else. Because you have to know that this Snowdog right now has become just another meme coin that you can buy from the market. And the idea is just to create a new system to launch new token. It's not so different from the idea of fundraising, because you can think about it as just a big fundraising or just a big marketing campaign. Because if many people are starting to know about the platform thanks to the idea that they can make money through this game that is leveraging the game theory and that is based on the Olympus Dao fork, many people were just jumping in, and at the end the idea was just to build a community around the Snowdog project. The problem was that in the moment of the buyback, something happened. And yes, in this case, the whole communication from the Snowbank team was really awful. Yes, it was awful and it is undeniable. Even if you go to their Medium account, Snowdog present and future. I don't know if they are just naive or if they are trying to scam people. That's not in my knowledge, and at the end of the game, it's not even important. Absolutely, that's true that their communication was awful, and still pretending that everything was fine, it's not a good starting point, especially if they truly believe to keep going with the project, because the image that they created of them, the idea, the brand identity that we have of Snowbank right now is close to zero or even lower. And that's obviously something that is quite bad even for them. It was much better just to say, guys, we made an awful mistake, and admit that there was some problem on some part. Yes, that's true that from their Medium article you can understand that the idea behind, or at least this is what they are pretending to, the idea was to create this new platform, because I don't know if you are aware, but the main problem was that the buyback didn't happen on Trader Joe, but happened on another platform that was a fork of Uniswap that was created directly by the team of Snowbank. And obviously for this reason, many people weren't able to sell their token in time, and many of them has just lost many money. And the reason why they are saying that they chose to do this and not just using Trader Joe, it was to prevent people to use bots in order to complete the order. So to give everyone the same possibility to sell their token. I don't know if it's true, and it is possible. The point is that if it was the idea, they should have said it. We don't have anything against creating a new platform, but the point is transparency. And where they really missed was on transparency. And that's the main reason why many people are complaining. And on this point, I completely agree. What they are saying is that they are still seeing a future for Snowbank, and that's the reason why when you go to their platform, you can see that down here there is a Snowbank Pro that will launch on 12th of December, and also there will be a borrowing feature. So again, I like the idea to improve, to create, to evolve the platform, because that's true that the whole idea behind the Olympus Dao forks is just to create some experiments, to create some new dynamic inside the DeFi ecosystem in order to create more opportunities and solving all the problems that are typical of DeFi. I'm talking about impermanent loss, farm and dump, volatility, and many other problems that are typical into this market. A more transparent communication would be able to help the Snowbank team, because as you can see, if all the people are just escaping for the platform, and this is quite evident also from the price. The price just tonight, as you can see here, the volume has just skyrocketed, and the price has gone from 2,500 to just 800 that is right now. It means that the price decreased by around 60% in just a really short time. And on the other side, a more transparent way would be helpful also for us, as a user, there, because we would be able to create a strategy that fits at best the real condition of the market, and most of all, we will avoid to lose some money. Anyway, I think that from this experience we can learn a couple of lessons. And yes, that's true that many of us has lost some money, but we can truly use this story, use what happened to Snowbank in order to improve our strategy and to improve our approach to the market. And the first thing that I want to show you, that I truly think that is really great to see it from the chart, is that even if the APY of Snowbank was always insanely high, it doesn't mean that at the end you will end with some money, with some profit. But let's have a look at it from the chart. And we can take even out what happened just yesterday, and we can keep just looking at the price that was before the problem. So let's take this peak that was around 2,500. And let's say that you enter at the beginning of the day after, or in any case around this point. Around this point, the price of the one SB was around 5.8, 6,000. So it means that even if you bought at the beginning, and even without the last jump, you were losing money. And the reason is quite simple. Let's have a look to the platform here. You can find here the current index. The current index means how many tokens you will have in addition in your wallet if you just bought one token in day zero. So let's say that you were the first person into the platform and you deposit just one token. Right now, you would have in your wallet 1.83. Obviously, if you started to use the platform later, the amount of tokens that you would have right now into your wallet would be much less. But let's say also, just as a hypothesis, that you were at the beginning and you have done this 1.83 gain. The reality is that at this price, you were losing money, because 2,500 multiplied for 1.83 is always less than 5,000. So it means that all the people that bought the token at the beginning, let's say between the 8th and the 9th of November, and they were just holding because they were thinking that in this way, thanks to the APY, they would be able to earn some money. The reality is that the volatility is so insane that most of the people were just losing money. So that's a risk that you should take in account, because as you just saw, that's the reality. And again, I'm not saying that it's impossible to make money through this kind of forks. That's not my message. My message is that you don't have to just fall in love with platforms. You don't have to become a fan. What I'm seeing many times while I'm reading all the comments, and I want to really say thank you to all of you for the many comments that I'm receiving. I don't care if they are positive or negative. I just love to hear your voice and what you think. But what I noticed is that many people are just talking like as a fan. We are not here to fall in love with a specific project. Yes, I believe in many projects and I would love to see them succeed. But that's just a small part of the story, because the whole story is that at the end of the game, my goal is not to see a specific platform to succeed. My goal is to make money, and I think that also your goal is the same. I don't think that you are here just to go, because you like to go to a stadium and cheer to your favorite team. I don't think that is your goal. I think that you are here because you believe that you can make some money. And if it's your goal, you should change the approach. I don't care if, for example, Snowbank is failing. And I don't even care, for example, if Wonderland Money will fail tomorrow. I would be deeply sorry because I love Wonderland. I even have a small amount inside, a small location inside Wonderland, and I would really sorry if something would happen to Wonderland. I truly believe in that project. I love the vision that is behind, but that's another story. That's my personal opinion about Wonderland. I would love to play my part into Wonderland if I would ever able to do it. But the reality is that in the moment when I'm managing my portfolio, I don't have to care. I'm not worried about Wonderland. I'm not worried about my profit. And the same it should be for you. Yes, we love the idea. We love the community. We love the Frog Nation that is behind Wonderland. That's great. That's probably one of the greatest community in the whole crypto space, and I love them. But that's another story. We are here to make money, not to fall in love and just to become a fan to cheer to our favorite dev team. That's not the game. I decided to say it because I want to make clear that I have nothing against the single project, but we are not here just to discuss like a football match or whatever. We are here because we want to make money, and that's another story. Okay, but let's go back to what happened to Snowbank. Related to what we have just said, another thing that I already mentioned it into one of my previous videos is that you don't have to feel like a victim in the moment when a rug pull, a scam, or any problem is happening. Because you should know that that's part of the game. Yes, that's normal to feel frustrated and say, oh my God, why to me and why right now? That's quite obvious. But at the end of the game, that's part of how this world is working. We don't want to have regulation. That's the price to pay to have no regulation. And the advantage of having no regulation is that we can try to experiment how the market will react to certain kind of situation. And that's what we have to do. We can learn from what is going on. We can learn how people are reacting, how the market is reacting, because from this experience, we can build the basis from even better tools. That's the game. I know that the more you are using a certain platform, you feel close to that platform. That's quite normal. That's also part of the game. But you have to acquire the ability to just watch the market from outside, without feelings, just as the market is composed by numbers that you have to evaluate in order to take the maximum advantage. So let's try to summarize what we have seen today and what we can learn from the Snowbank experience. The first negative, unfortunately, aspect is that a platform could fail and people could lose money so fast and in a so unpredictable way that you have to be ready to everything. Second lesson is that it's not important if a project is a rug pull, if the team wanna scam you or whatever. What you care at the end of the game is that are you losing money or are you in profit? That's all you care. And third is that even if an APY is so high, and as we have seen from Snowbank, you can lose money in any case, because if the price is so volatile that it is dumping faster than how the APY is increasing, you will lose money anyway. The fourth lesson that we can learn, and that's quite positive, we can take this moment as an opportunity to transform ourselves and train ourselves to have the power to watch the market from outside. We are not here just to become a fan of a specific project, but we are here to improve our strategies in order to make money. And that's probably the most important lesson that we can learn. Guys, if you have any other idea, if you want to share something, any thoughts about this project and this kind of market, just write me into the comments below and I would be more than happy to answer to you. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. And remember guys, leave me also a big thumbs up in order to help it spread the word, reach more people, and really we should help other people to become aware of what's going on into the market, because there is nothing wrong to use Olympus Dao, Wonderland, Snowbank, or whatever other platform you like to use. The point is that you have to feel the risk. You have to be aware of that. You have to be prepared of that. You should already have in place some strategy, because at the end, if something goes wrong, you don't have to say, oh my God, why to me, or whatever. That's part of the game. You can say, okay, I would prefer to not fall into this scam, but I know that there are so many scams around that's quite impossible to distinguish which project is good, which project is bad. And even if a project is good and the team is great, a problem could happen even in that case, because that's the market, that's the crypto space, and this is unpredictable. So remember it, and guys, good luck. See you tomorrow. Bye.